Right now in Good Morning America First Look, another win for President Trump, defeating one of his Republican foes in Congress, the primary results. Meanwhile, Trump's controversial settlement with the IRS expands, now giving him some immunity from IRS audits. What we're learning.
New details about the two teenagers police say launched the deadly attack at this San Diego mosque. The warning sources say police received about one of the gunmen last year.
The wildfire emergency in Southern California. Schools closed, air quality alerts issued, and this remarkable image. A man stranded on an island writing SOS as a major wildfire spreads.
Memorial Day travel about to kick off. It's not just rising gas prices causing sticker shock. How much more expensive oil changes are getting.
A sign of the times in Las Vegas. The local landmark shutting its doors. Claims the soul of Vegas is being lost to corporate greed.
Overtime thriller.
Bridges puts up the three, puts it in!
What the Knicks did to pull off an historic comeback.
Later, the big change coming to Jell-O.
And a boy gets emotional singing the national anthem at this softball game. How the crowd reacted.
From ABC News, this is Good Morning America First Look.
Good Wednesday morning, everyone. I'm Sophie Flay.
And I'm Hanna Battah. We begin with President Trump scoring a major political victory, helping to defeat one of his Republican foes in Congress.
Meanwhile, back in Washington, the Trump administration is looking to defend the president's controversial settlement with the IRS, which now gives him some immunity from IRS audits. Here's ABC's Lionel Moise.
Overnight, President Trump's grip on his party on full display after one of his fiercest Republican critics was soundly defeated in Kentucky. Thomas Massie, a 14-year incumbent who angered Trump by fighting to release the Epstein files, lost to his Trump-recruited challenger, Ed Gallrein.
My focus is on advancing the president's and the party's agenda to put America first and Kentucky always.
In his concession speech, Massie poked fun at his rebellious reputation.
When did bipartisanship become a dirty word in this country? It never should be. By the way, I'm not even sure that I'm bipartisan. Bi means you like both. I might be transpartisan because I can't identify with either some days.
$19 million was spent to oppose Massie, the costliest House primary in history. The White House communications director last night with this blunt response: do not ever doubt President Trump and his political power. Expletive around, find out.
He was a bad guy. He deserves to lose.
Trump's poll numbers nationwide are at historic lows, but only registered Republicans could vote in Kentucky's primary. Trump-backed candidates also won notable primary races in Georgia and Alabama. Back in Washington,
anybody in this country is eligible to apply if they believe they are a victim of weaponization.
The administration is defending the creation of a $1.8 billion fund of taxpayer money that will be used to compensate people who claim they were mistreated by the Biden Justice Department, a group that could include people charged in connection with the January 6th attack on the Capitol. Acting Attorney General Todd Blanche is promising transparency, while Democrats claim it will be a slush fund for Trump allies. The fund stems from Trump's settlement with the IRS over leaking his tax returns, and now that settlement is being expanded. The Justice Department now declaring the IRS will be forever barred and precluded from prosecuting or pursuing pending tax claims against President Trump, his family, and their companies. One tax policy expert calling that a breathtaking abuse of the tax and legal system.
Experts say it's a form of presidential immunity that could shield Trump from significant financial liability. Some are questioning whether the Justice Department even has the authority to offer those protections. Sophie, Hannah.
Lionel, thanks. New details are emerging about the two teenagers who police say attacked a San Diego mosque. Sources say police received a warning about one of the teens last year. A community coming together in grief at a vigil for 3 people killed in the attack at the Islamic Center of San Diego.
The hate behind this violence is wrong.
as we learn new details about the 17 and 18-year-olds identified as the shooters. Sources say last year, police in nearby Chula Vista made contact with Caleb Vasquez, then a juvenile, after someone who knew him raised concerns he was interested in extremist ideology and mass casualty attacks. An officer reviewed Vasquez's social media accounts, allegedly finding neo-Nazi rhetoric. But sources say the concerns did not rise to the level of an arrest. It's unclear whether there was any follow-up. Investigators say the two teens arrived at the mosque Monday wearing body armor and camouflage, armed with shotguns, rifles, and handguns, and ran past security guard Amin Abdullah, who exchanged gunfire with the teens before being fatally wounded. The gunman making it into the building, coming within 15 feet of the children at the Islamic Center's school. But officials say they turned back to the parking lot to shoot two other men, Mansour Kaziha, who ran a shop at the mosque, and Nadir Awad, whose wife teaches at the school.
I felt a bit scared. My legs were shaking in my hands.
Police believe approaching sirens caused the suspects to speed off in their car, firing at a landscaper nearby, before sources say one teen apparently killed his accomplice before turning the gun on himself. The FBI says the two teens met online, were radicalized together, and shared what agents call a broad hatred of different races and religions, and anger over being rejected by women. Back in San Diego, the focus is on the lives lost. The daughter of security guard Amin Abdullah, who sacrificed his life to protect the kids in that school, remembered her father.
He stood against any form of hate. He took his job seriously to protect everyone here. He would want our community to stand together as one. That's exactly what he would want.
Investigators say they've now seized more than 30 firearms from two homes connected to the teen attackers.
Just heartbreaking. Also in Southern California, a worsening wildfire emergency as crews work through the night. Schools in Simi Valley, northwest of LA, will be closed for a second day because of the Sandy fire. That fire has forced 44,000 people to evacuate and has burned at least 4 buildings. Winds are also pushing a 1,400-acre fire closer to the city of Riverside, forcing expanded evacuations there. And rescue flares set off by a stranded sailor are the possible cause of a large wildfire on Santa Rosa Island off California's coast. The man carved SOS into the landscape and was rescued by the Coast Guard. Meanwhile, a rough day for travelers nationwide. Storms from Texas to the Northeast have forced hundreds of flight cancellations. Dallas airport's seeing the worst of it. We'll check your forecast in just a few moments.
New video shows the engine of a UPS cargo plane breaking off the wing just after takeoff. The video was released by the NTSB at a hearing on last November's crash, which killed 15 people. Investigators say a part that connects the engine to the wing showed signs of cracking. Officials say the UPS crew switched planes that day because the other plane they had planned to use had a fuel leak.
Now to a scare at the playground and the hero police officer who saved the day with calm determination to rescue a little girl.
Police body camera video shows the terrifying moment a Philadelphia police sergeant worked to save a toddler's life.
Come on, backside. Keep doing backside.
Sergeant Thomas Kane was called to this park after police got a report of a child choking at the playground.
So I started running up, weaving through people as they're just standing around. I was trying to figure out kind of who was mom in that sense. She just hands me the baby.
Officers calming panicked bystanders as Kane starts CPR on a little girl named Emma.
Her eyes were rolling in the back of her head. You could see that her tongue was swelling in her mouth. So then I just started doing back slaps, flipped her over, tried to get whatever else was out of her mouth.
The toddler's family says Emma was choking on a chip.
How many reps did you have to do before something finally came out?
I would say closer to 30 at least.
Then a shallow breath.
She's breathing, but come on.
Was that a sigh of relief?
Oh, absolutely.
Medics arriving on scene moments later.
I was just making sure that she kept breathing, so I was able to hand her off right to them.
You know, a lot of people credit you as a hero. I mean, had you not been there to step in to do this before the medics arrived, who knows what would have happened? What do you make of that?
I mean, we do it every day, so it's not just me. But I credit my officers and stuff for being there.
Emma's family says they are deeply grateful for Sergeant Kane's quick actions.
The Trump administration is suing Minnesota after it became the first state to ban prediction markets like Kalshi and Polymarket, which takes bets on a wide range of future events. The Minnesota law makes it a felony to host or advertise a prediction market. The Trump administration argues the industry should be regulated only by federal officials.
Time now for your Wednesday weather.
Good morning. We have a cold front all the way from Texas up to New England. One more day of near record heat across parts of the East Coast. Much cooler in the northern plains into the upper Midwest. In fact, some freeze alerts this morning. Storms that are working their way from Houston to Memphis, Cincinnati this morning, moving to the East Coast. Could have some gusty thunderstorms northwest to D.C. and into New York and Boston in the afternoon hours. Could have some damaging wind, even some hail. So that'll do it for record highs. One more day here, turning to 60s and 70s. After that, a 25-degree drop in many places. That's your forecast. I'm ABC News senior meteorologist Lee Goldberg.
Coming up, the sticker shock for car owners getting an oil change.
Also ahead, a former teacher shot in her classroom by a 6-year-old student testifies in court.
And later, the end of the road for a legendary beer. We're back with the Tesla Cybertruck stuck in this lake in Texas. The owner says he drove into the water on purpose to test the vehicle's wade mode, which is meant to help navigate shallow water. The man now faces charges. That truck was towed out.
Americans already facing sticker shock at the pump are now bracing for costly oil changes. The war with Iran is leading to a shortage of motor oil. Experts say an oil change that typically costs about $80 could spike to $120 or more. The hardest hit will be drivers with newer hybrid and fuel-efficient cars because of the lightweight motor oil they require.
We turn now to Virginia and a former elementary school teacher who was shot in her classroom, now testifying in court.
It was more than 3 years ago. Gunfire inside this Virginia elementary school, a 6-year-old shooting his teacher.
He was holding a gun, the student, and it was pointed right at me, and then I was shot.
First grade teacher Abby Werner was the one who was shot. The bullet went through her hand, narrowly missed her heart, and remains in her chest. She needed 6 surgeries and still hasn't regained full use of her left hand. Now, the school's former assistant principal, Ebony Parker, is on trial, charged with felony child neglect. Accused of ignoring warnings that the child, referred to as JT, had a gun and was violent.
I went to Dr. Parker and I told her that 2 girls came to me and said that JT had a gun in the bag.
Prosecutors also claim Parker denied a counselor's request to search the boy.
She didn't even get up from her desk. She didn't even leave her office. Warning after warning after warning, she did nothing.
But Parker's attorney pushing back, saying Werner failed to separate JT from his classmates and that other members of the school staff should have acted if they believed a gun was present.
Each one of those individuals had the authority to remove those classmates or to remove JT if they thought that those students were presented with any kind of threat or harm or danger.
A jury previously awarded Werner $10 million in a civil trial, finding Parker acted with gross negligence.
As for this trial, it's expected to last another 2 days. Parker faces up to 40 years in prison if convicted.
Coming up, the NFL star sent to jail.
Also ahead, is Las Vegas forgetting about the middle class, the local landmark that claims the soul of Vegas is being lost.
Back now with an uninvited dinner guest for a family vacationing in Tennessee. A bear trying to enter their kitchen window, undeterred by the loud banging, yelling you hear there. But the faucet sprayer did do the job and the bear finally took off.
The State Department says Congo's World Cup team will be allowed to travel to the U.S. for games in Houston and Atlanta despite the Ebola outbreak in their country. More than 130 people have now died in the outbreak, but Congo's team has been training in Europe. The team's fans, however, will face travel restrictions. Secretary of State Marco Rubio is criticizing the World Health Organization's response to the outbreak, calling it a little late. NFL star Rashee Rice will now serve 30 days in jail after testing positive for marijuana. That's a violation of his probation for his role in a crash that injured multiple people on a Dallas highway in 2024. The Chiefs receiver will miss several team activities.
We turn now to Las Vegas and what some are calling the end of an era in these changing times.
It's a sign of the times in Sin City. The Heart Attack Grill, known for its indulgent menu, offered for free to those weighing more than 350 pounds, has announced it will close. The restaurant became world famous for its massive portions, hospital gown dress code, and spankings for customers unable to finish their food. The restaurant jokingly saying, "We're proud of our 21-year impact on America's waistline." But it's also addressing the factors it says led to its closure, saying the soul of Las Vegas has been replaced by corporate greed. Our core value, eat big and laugh loud, no longer fits a city peddling $40 artisanal avocado toast, adding that the city has excluded the middle class and lost its swagger in the process. Las Vegas recently has seen a significant downturn in tourism, the biggest since the pandemic, with Americans turned off by high prices and international travelers taking their vacation dollars elsewhere.
We need to let travelers around the world know that we want their business. We certainly understand some of the issues we have here in the United States, the focus on illegal immigration. Unfortunately, some travelers around the world are wondering if legal visitors are welcome.
Critics worry Vegas is becoming a place only for high rollers, but Sin City's luck may finally be changing. A 13-month streak of declining visitor numbers was finally snapped recently, thanks to events like trade shows, auto racing, and sports tournaments.
The owner of the Heart Attack Grill says he intends to relocate the restaurant outside of Vegas.
Coming up, the stunning comeback in the NBA playoffs.
Plus, a boy gets emotional singing the national anthem at this softball game, how the crowd reacted. Time to check the pulse. We begin with a stunning comeback in the NBA playoffs.
Consider this. The Knicks were down by 22 points with less than 8 minutes left in the game last night, but they managed to go on a massive scoring run, eventually tying it, sending the game into overtime and winning by outscoring the Cavs 44-11.
We were still resting in the first 3 quarters, whatever. I mean, obviously we got to come out better, and the way we were playing in that middle, second, third quarter, wasn't us. And so we got to find a way to be better than what we did.
Before last night, teams trailing by 22 points in the fourth quarter of a playoff game held a record of 1-594.
In baseball, check out James Wood of the Nationals. He cleared the bases against the Mets with a rare inside the park grand slam home run. The Nationals ended up winning 9-6. Next, a big change for Jell-O.
It's all about a focus on natural ingredients. The famous snack brand now introducing Jell-O, made with fruit juice and 25% less sugar, responding to consumer demand.
Speaking of consumer demand, the last batch of Schlitz beer will be brewed this weekend. The 177-year-old brand is being discontinued because of slow sales. And next, a new coin from Middle-earth to celebrate the 25th anniversary of Lord of the Rings.
British authorities are minting a collectible coin worth 50 pence. It centers on the One Ring source of power. When light hits the surface, a hidden image of the Eye of Sauron is revealed. Next, a boy getting emotional singing the national anthem.
Yeah, he was singing the anthem at the University of Oklahoma's softball game when he started crying and couldn't finish. So that's when the crowd stepped in, belting out the Star-Spangled Banner in unison.
And here's the best moment. The players then gathering around, embracing the boy with a team hug. So sweet. Top headlines next. Checking more top stories, President Trump proving he's still in control of the Republican Party, helping to defeat Kentucky Congressman Thomas Massie, who angered Trump by demanding the Epstein files and opposing his big, beautiful bill. A Trump-backed congressman also won the primary for Mitch McConnell's Senate seat.
Former Cuban President Raul Castro is expected to be indicted by the U.S. officials today, part of a U.S. push for regime change. The charges against the 94-year-old are expected to stem from the shoot-down of humanitarian planes in 1996.
The son of a billionaire fashion mogul in Spain is free on bail after being arrested in connection with the death of his father, who fell off a cliff during a hike. He denies the charges. His father, Isaac Andic, founded the Mango clothing empire.
Today's weather, storms across Texas and the southeast, record heat in the northeast breaks tonight, and dry in Southern California where those wildfires are growing.
And finally, revealing some of Hollywood's best-kept secrets.
They're body doubles, people who stand in for the celebrities you think you're seeing.
Me? I'm pretty loyal.
NBA star Steph Curry is peeling back the curtain on a typically hidden Hollywood talent.
I even use the exact same body double. He doesn't even look like me. Hi, I'm Steph Curry.
His real name is Court Bivens. He's the Steph Curry you think you're seeing in all these shots. And he's been doubling as the NBA star for more than a decade.
Here we go.
A body double on set would
basically act like the person. They'll wear all their clothes, have the same makeup, hairstyle.
And then they also put me in situations too that, of course, they're not going to put the franchise player in. They've almost drowned me before on set. I've almost fallen off a building before.
Steph Curry shared a behind-the-scenes look at stand-in life with his body double, as well as the ones for actor Kevin Hart and WNBA star Asia Wilson at this Chase commercial shoot.
Stand-in life is a very underappreciated role. All the different cutaways you see of arms, limbs, back of head. I say that loosely because he's bald.
Of course, in Hollywood, there's a fix for that.
I said, when I talk, you do the movements, right? I said that.
But to really sell the illusion, body doubles have to nail the mannerisms.
Now listen, you listen to me.
After 11 years as Kevin Hart's stand-in and photo double, Leroy Tutt has got it down.
But Kevin works out a lot. He has really broad shoulders. So whenever I morph, everything comes in, and now I'm Kevin, and he uses his hands a lot when he talks. I have to furrow my eyebrows and like really get in here. And the moment I do this,
how am I use it in the edit if you don't do what I do?
That's when it kind of locks in.
All in the shoulders. I love it. You're going to have
so
me
good.
thinking twice now with every commercial I see.
Oh, definitely. That's your GMA First Look.
Have a great day, everyone.